orders or never received them, please see the box out in the lobby and fill out a form. We will have your replacement badge for the following Shabbat. Do a mitzvah and help CNT. Sponsor an oneg, put a yard site in the CNT bulletin, or place an ad for your business in the CNT bulletin. Contact Roberta for more information. If you are interested in any of these upcoming events that we mentioned, please check our new connection court located in the alcove by the front door, just around the corner there. As you leave, our connection court will have flyers for CNT's upcoming events that you will want to be a part of. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Good job. We can hear every word. It's clear.
Try it with me. The words are yai-da-dai. Yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, 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 As has become our summer tradition, I'm bringing back some classic melodies we may not hear very often in our congregation because we're always sampling some new music. So hopefully you'll be able to sing along with lots of heart because you're going to go, oh, I remember that one. So remember, it's a participatory service. Page 131. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai shir chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along, all the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. We call to the Bima Leah Moore Ackerman for the honor of kindling the Shabbat lights.
Well, good Shabbos, everyone. Turn for a moment to page 126. So before we read this prayer, I want to reflect on the prayer. I begin with a prayer of gratitude. For me, in many ways, that's what sums up Shabbat. All throughout the week, people are asking us for stuff. Return my phone call, respond to my email, did you pick up the groceries, did you do this errand, did you pay that bill? Ask, 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 ask. And when do we have time to just stop and reflect? It's Shabbos. I forget what I was watching, but they asked this individual the definition of three wishes that they hope for a blessed life. I don't remember all three, but the first one was that each day I am greeted by a person in my life whose eyes go wide and whose smile is bright. Don't we all want a life like that? That every day there is someone who just greets us and loves us and appreciates us. That too is Shabbos. It's a time in which we spend time with our family and let them know that we appreciate them. It's time when we spend time with our God and we express our gratitude to God. On Shabbos, traditionally we're forbidden to ask for things. Even God gets a break. All right, all week long you can ask me. But that's why the Amidah is shortened. Instead of the 19 prayers, right? They take that whole 13 prayer section out, most of which are requests of God, of what we want, what we hope, what we want him to do. And we say, all right, it's Shabbos. We might ask for a little this or that. But in the main, we just want to be grateful. And in our gratitude, I think it leads to our ability to be happier, more content, and more loving. So let us begin with this prayer. I begin with the prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created, and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us, and to bring that vision to life. We turn to our neighbor that we're grateful for. We wish him good Shabbos. Perhaps there's someone we don't know. They're sitting in front of us or behind us or next to us. Introduce yourselves.
Page 142, Shalom Aleichem.
142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We rise for the Baruch Hu, 146. God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. 149 together. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the borders of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shochbeinu u'vekumeinu Nasiach bechukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Please be seated.
We continue with Ve'ahavta on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meotecha והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem, Amen.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה פלא נורא תהילות עושה פלא מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים זה ליענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 we rise for the Amidah and call forward our soon-to-be bat mitzvah Ella to help lead us in the Amidah. Surprise! Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agit tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Ve'Koneh HaKol Ve'Zocher Chazdei Avot Ve'imachot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'Ezra Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Hakol Atah Ra Le'Hoshia Morid Hatal Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Ve'Rofeh Cholim Umatil Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha B'Chivuot Umidom Eloch Melech Mimit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua Ve'eman Atah Le'achayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kadoshim Bechol Yom Yehalelucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. We continue in silent devotion through page 180, using the words on the right or the left side of the page or the words within your heart. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu mechadon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu mechadon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol eit uvechoshav bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Mishaberach, the one who heals. It's the power of words, of prayer, of community, the power of the heart of one person caring about another. It's the power of letting those that feel abandoned know that they are not alone, that those who have lives that are filled with pain know that there are those who brought to bring them comfort. That's what our Mishaberach prayer is about. And so if there are people in your lives that you would like to include in our prayers for hope and healing and courage, please stand and say their names, as many names as you would like. And if there are those of you who want to think of caregivers who give of themselves, and we pray that God emboldens them with patience and courage and strength, say their names too. And now we as a community stand together, arm in arm, in solidarity with one another.
The
And you know what month it is? What month is it? June. So we are celebrating the month of June birthdays. All right, if you were born in the month of June, of your own free will, please come forward. Michael Unger, you're getting paged. You're getting outed. You know, if my dad, Alav Shalom, was still alive, he was born June 1st. So I'm going to think about him. He was born in 1921. So how old would he be? 98 if he was alive? Yeah. All right. All right. Don't be bashful. You didn't live this long in life to be bashful. Well, we're going to get there. Come on. Yeah. I have to have a little fun with this. Alana, when is your birthday?
My 30th birthday is on the 29th.
Whoa. What is your sister planning?
She has a husband now.
Oh, okay. The 29th of June?
Yeah.
That's right. Is there anyone else who's born on the 29th? Come on over. Come on. There you are. You're
83rd.
Oh. So what are you hinting for, a bat mitzvah? Is that it? We already did that with Dell. All right, Danny.
My 35th birthday is on the 17th.
Oh, very good. You don't have to say what year is. Okay, she doesn't count.
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
June 9th.
June 7th.
Oh, June 7th. Okay. So who's the second? So you're over there. And you're 9th and 7th. Are we in the right order? And you're January 21st? Oh, well, you know what we say. Thank you for sharing. That's right. All right. Well, listen, you guys, a month of June is a pretty good month to be born. So I want you to just take a moment and share a fond birthday memory. Anyone have a fond birthday memory? And if you can't think of it, we're all going to feel sorry for you. So you better come up with something.
Fond birthday.
Okay, Marlene's a no.
My
Alana's a no.
My 13th birthday is my bat mitzvah with you.
Well, there you go. Okay. Her 13th birthday with me. Now, that is really good. Okay.
My 21st, of course.
All right.
I guess it would have to be my 40th birthday that was just last week.
Okay.
Feels like it.
Was there any part of your 40th that you remember?
Oh, yeah. Ed was amazing, my husband. He threw me this phenomenal surprise birthday party. Truly surprised.
If it was last week, you would have really been surprised. Surprise, it's your 40th last week. Okay. That's the way to surprise. That's good. So what did he do? He kicked it up. He did a surprise birthday.
Yeah, he kept me at my office until all hours telling me that a car broke down and a driver was in an accident and I couldn't go home while he had the caterers and everything else. And I walked into the house and there was like 80 people there and I'm in like workout clothes and my hair in a baseball hat, not prepared.
You were real happy for that. Yeah. That's great. That's great. Did you know the people he invited to? Oh, I just want to check. And Mike?
Well, it must be my 39th because I keep celebrating the anniversary of my 39th every year.
All right, Josh.
My kids and wife threw a surprise birthday party at our hotel we were at just this couple weeks ago. Yeah.
That's really nice. Okay. You're traveling? Okay. So these are really good birthday memories. So now that you've reached the ripe old age of whatever your age is, you get to share a piece of advice with the congregation of what you have learned at this stage of your life. All right. We're going to start over here.
Positive self-talk.
Okay, that's great.
Piece of advice. Family is everything.
I think you mentioned it, gratitude and joy, and just be thankful to stay healthy.
You have to skip me.
I was going to second gratitude, say that nothing really matters unless you're grateful.
And just have fun. Just enjoy life. Have fun. Do things.
Oh, well then go ahead and copy it.
Have fun.
There you go. All right. Let's all stand if you would. Okay, Sandy and Danny, can you open the ark doors? Can Caitlin just settle there for a second?
Good luck.
Okay, and you can kind of make your way into that sacred space. Marlene and Alana, go ahead and sneak in there. Rabbana Shalom, Master of the Universe, we are so grateful for those moments in our lives in which we're able to give a sense of gratitude. And for me, and I think for many of us, a birthday is that moment in our life. If we are reflective or fortunate to remember that there are people in this world that when we were born, just their lives changed, their hearts pounded, their faces lit up, and they were filled with joy. And that love is our constant companion in life. And if we are lucky, we find, despite the ups and downs in life, that the gift of increased family and of friends that are part of our lives make our birthdays all the more meaningful, because the greatest gift of love is a part of who we are and what makes our lives special. So continue, O God, to bless each one of these with birthday joy and gratitude, and may the life that they lead in the days ahead be filled with much joy and blessing, with health and happiness, and the knowledge that they are blessed. Watch over them, O Lord, with these words of blessing. May Lord God bless you and keep you. May Lord God cause the light of his countenance to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord God grant you long life, happiness, and peace. Amen. Mazel tov. Semen tov. Mazel tov. Semen tov. Semen tov. Mazel tov. So we remain standing. As we are grateful to God, we also praise God with the words of the adoration. Here we go.
Page 586 at the bottom. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kecho hamonam, vanachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated. $598 is our Kaddish prayer. We think of those who have died in the past few days: Harold Vosco, Roberta Klein, Lenny Perry, and Rose Sherman. We think of those whose yortzites are observed: Lena Axelrod, my grandma, Miriam Auerbach, Blanche Auspitz, Alma Bernay, Lillian Blitzstein, Bessie Chaikin, Lena Cohen, Robert Caston Cohen, Max Feinerman, Milton Fried, Raymond Gittleman, Adolf Glansberg, David Greenspun, Max Gross, Francis Cushion, Victor Harbour, Louis Height, Jerry Honigman, Paul Ingber, Isla Jensen, Gene Krupnick, Leon Levin, Alvin Levy, Robert McGraw, Al Ostrov, Marilyn Ratner, Betty Rosen, Helen Rosenfeld, David Leon Rosenfeld, Sarah Saltzman, Sidney Schachter, Dan Sheldon, Harriet Simon, Ida Tobman, Julia Villarino, Howard Watman, David Weinstein, Zelda Weiss, Nemerson, Esther Zimmerman. If you'd like to recall the name of someone who was not mentioned, please stand and say their name. We think of all these who have touched our hearts. We rise to recite our Kaddish. Yit Kadal, V'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma Divrach Chirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agalav Izman Kari, V'yamaru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Omei Almaya, Yit Barach v'yishtabach v'yit ba'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh. Yit hadar v'yit taleh v'yit talal shemei dekusha barichu. Leila min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiram b'yalma v'yamru amen. Yehi shlom rabba min shemai v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael Vimaru, amen. You may be seated. Pull that podium out. So tonight we have a very special report back from Israel. A report on Ramat HaNegev. Out of curiosity, and Julie, I want you to take a look. How many of you have been simply to Israel? Israel, raise your hand. All right, a lot of people here have been to Israel. All right, how many of you have been to Ramat HaNegev? Raise your hand. Look around the room, okay? And then by a show of hands, how many of you have no clue where Ramat HaNegev is? Raise your hand, okay? All right? It is strategically a place that you need to know about. It is the future of Israel. Ben-Gurion declared it way back when, the future of Israel. It's not the north, it's not the east, it's not the west. It's where? In the south, in the Negev, right. I gave a talk about it. I had the honor of visiting that community, and Julie and I are going to compare notes. But as she will share with you, she was selected by our congregation to represent us to Ramat HaNegev, and then later on in the same year, Ramat HaNegev sent people here, and the Cantor and Alan Mann and others welcome them with open arms, and this is going to be an ongoing project that Julie will talk about. So I'm anxious to hear all about it. You have here a group that knows a lot about Israel, but a lot who know very little about Ramat HaNegev. So Julie, we're proud of you, and we look forward to hearing your talk. You wanna? Well, that's part of...
I know, Lee. Where's Lee?
Okay.
tell I don't speak in front of groups a lot. Testing. Okay. 7 of us met at the airport. Katie Brasse, Jessica Evans, Jessica Poole, Danielle Rubenstein, Allison Sinai, Danica Torchin, and myself. Danny Mullen would join us a few days later. Although we had met each other before, nothing could have prepared us for the intensity and bonding we'd share throughout this experience. I've attended both the March of the Living and Birthright in the past, and both were amazing, but this was a more personal look at Israel, especially the Negev. Should have done that before. We started our journey in Jerusalem. The history of the Old City is incredible. We had the opportunity to leave our prayer in the wall and spent some time discussing our expectations of the trip. The Old City is also a big market. It has narrow streets with small shops selling everything from fruits and teas to fresh fish to jewelry and artwork. And they encourage you to taste before you buy there, which is very different than what we're used to. We were walking around the streets tasting all the delicious treats. After Jerusalem, we spent the day in Tel Aviv. We visited Rabin Square, and our tour guide Jared talked about Rabin's mark on Israel and the day that he was assassinated. Later that day, we went on a street art tour given by a local graffiti artist. There we go. And they even let us do a little bit of graffitiing ourselves before we left. We left Tel Aviv and headed down south for our first night in Ramat HaNegev, but not before a surprise stop at the Gaza. It was an interesting experience because as much as it was uncomfortable and scary, which you can see the bomb shelter in the picture right here at the park, it was also beautiful and serene. Hard to imagine that all that conflict is just in the distance there. We spent the next 8 nights at Kibbutz Revivim. It's about half an hour south of Beersheba and is part of the Ramat HaNegev Regional Council and is also the home of our tour guide, Jared White, who's originally from Florida. Which those of you who know Jared, it's kind of funny. Staying on the kibbutz was very humbling for me. There's a quote, "When you love what you have everything you need." The kibbutznik don't have much compared to us, and yet they're so happy. I think a lot of us are guilty of placing happiness on having more money and more material possessions. And they're happy with family and community. It was when we went to Ben Gurion's home and grave that I started to realize the importance of this partnership. Ben Gurion said, "It is the Negev that the people and the state of Israel that will be tested. The great mission of populating the wilderness and bringing it to flourish can only be accomplished with a united effort of a volunteering people and a planning and implementing state. This will determine the fate of the state of Israel and the standing of our people in the history of mankind." Ben Gurion loved the Negev. He even requested to be buried there instead of Mount Herzl because he knew it would bring people to visit. Israel's population is growing, and with Ramat HaNegev being 22% of Israel's landmass, there's lots of room for opportunity. The Negev is also an agricultural oasis in the desert. Ramat HaNegev is known for innovative water and agricultural technologies. We were lucky enough to visit a cherry tomato farm that provides Israel with 80% of their cherry tomatoes. We visited a strawberry farm and the newest crop that they're trying for the first time this year, blueberries. A few highlights for me were when we went to the Mishabim Elementary School. I was able to do volleyball workshops with 5th graders and even attempted to teach them about kickball. After, I spoke with some students about a robotics project that they were working on. We visited the Regional Development Building and met with a group of powerful women in the region. They let us create mosaics that are now on the wall of the Regional Council building, which you can see there.
And we were even lucky enough to be there to witness the Davis's Family Foundation Scholarship Awards ceremony presented by Mayor Duran. And the Davises were there with us, which was awesome. Some of my favorite moments from the trip were home house dinners with our Israeli friends and their parents. I even did dishes with Danny. I know. Anyone who knows me knows that this is a big deal. The poike night, see, my mom's attesting to that. The poike night was a blast. Poike, which actually, I was telling Alan about this, he didn't know about it, actually originates in South Africa, is cooked outside in a cast iron pot using wood or charcoal. It's got meat, rice, all sorts of vegetables, and usually beer or wine. Jared taught some of the girls how to make pita while some of us hung out around the fire. It was nights like these where I realized regardless of how much you've traveled the world, immersing yourself within an Israeli community, a kibbutz even, cannot be compared with anything you've experienced before. The timing of our trip worked out to where we were there for Purim. This was fun because we were able to witness their annual Purim parade. Local high school students worked for months planning and building these floats that are made from all recycled materials, which I thought was pretty awesome. The nature in the Negev is breathtaking. From the natural waterfall at Ein Evdat to the cactus garden on Kibbutz Revivim, I enjoyed exploring all that we were able to do. This trip meant more to me than I could have imagined. Jared's knowledge and passion for Israel really made the trip for us. We became close, not only to Jared, but to some of the Israelis and to each other. I became particularly close to one Israeli in particular, Rotem, who I communicate with a couple times a week. I actually spoke to her today. I wanted to mention her. It's her birthday today, since we're doing June birthdays. Happy birthday, Rotem. I cherish all the friendships and memories that we made. This was not just a trip to Israel, it's a bringing of communities together, desert to desert. I want to thank Alan Mann for selecting me as our temple delegate. Special thanks to Alan Bachman and Lawrence and Joanne Davis for making this partnership possible, and Holly Davis for all her hard work putting this all together. Okay, so I've talked and talked, but honestly I feel like this is just a taste of my trip. If anyone would like to know more, I'm happy to answer questions. Come find me, go to coffee sometime. Again, this is, oh, Meyer has a question. No, I'm just kidding. Dome of the Rock. The Gold Dome we did in Jerusalem. That was the first part.
Any other questions?
I meant like at the Oneg, but now's fine too.
All right. Let's find her in the One. Let's hear for Julie. So, hold on one sec. So how many of you were in Ramat HaNegev with Julie? So please stand up. We want to go ahead and, if you were with Julie, stand up. We want to acknowledge you. These are some of your girls. That's great. And we want to have, please, Joanne and Lawrence, please stand up. We want to thank you so much for putting this all together and for all that you do. And so if you have questions about Ramat HaNegev, you have all those people who stood up. You have Lawrence and Joanne. You have myself. You have Alan Mann. We've all been there. And I think it's the future of Israel. And I think the future is now. This is undisputed land. Ben-Gurion could see far into the future and recognize that someday we would fulfill that dream of making the desert bloom. One of the memories I have, you must have seen it, was they have this huge geothermal plant, and then surrounding it is solar, because they didn't know whether they wanted to do solar or geothermal. And so they did them both, and it supplies about 5% of the energy of the entire country right there in the middle of the desert. It's just incredible. And when you saw the agriculture in the desert, And then Jared proudly said, "Oh, and cherry tomatoes were invented in Israel." All right. Did anyone else know that? I did not know that. Now, of course, Jeff knew that. Yeah. So it's just one of those little fun facts, and we're really glad that you could go, Julie, and represent us so very, very well. So, Cantor, you wanted to say a word?
Well, thank you to Ricky, our accompanist. And if you want to be as good as a piano player as Ricky is, he gives lessons both for your children and for you. So you can talk to him after the service. A couple of dates to put in your mental calendar. Becky Mann will be back July 26th for our Shabbat in the Round. And then Beatles Shabbat is August 23rd. So hope you plan to come to that. It's back by popular demand. It's going to be as awesome as ever with the Shabbatones. And you come in costume, or not. It's up to you. In your 60s gear. So please join us for that as well.
All right. A few weeks ago, we started a revival of an old but now new tradition, which is we have a final song, and we'd like everyone to wait so that the clergy can be at the back. We can greet you properly and vice versa. And then hopefully a few volunteers will go out there and help serve you the challah and wine and wait for the cantor. And then she will lead you in those blessings. And then we'll have at it at the oneg. All right? And the other thing is the name badges. What's the deal with the badges, right? Badges. It's both security consciousness and Hamishness. So please wear those badges. If you don't have one, go get one. Call the office. It's easy for us to make, and we get to know who each other is, and plus it's also helps with security. So our final song is...
Back by popular demand.
Back by popular demand.
Adon Olam.
Adon Olam. All right. You're
Page
asking for these
600.
melodies. I want to hear everybody singing.
That's right. Page 625.
All right, you know this.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'ed Naso V'chefso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nigra Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Imloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hove Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Ve'hu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshir Lo Lehachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Ve'lo Ha'oz Ve'hamisra Ve'hu Eli Ve'chai Goali Ve'tzor Chavli Be'etzara Ve'hu Nisi Umanosli Menat Kosi Be'yom Egra